Good morning, everybody. Have you ever been in a situation where you have a contest in the morning and so in the evening you set your alarm for like half an hour before the contest? And then you wake up 2 hours before the contest? Yeah, we all been there. And the reason is that today we have a contest on HackerEarth. I actually participated in some contests there like several eternities ago, but then I forgot all about it, so let's hope for a great comeback today. Let me actually start sharing my screen like this. I actually don't even remember if you have to write it like here or if there is an IDE built into this platform. I don't remember anything. But hey, it's an easy contest, so 5 problems for 3 hours, so should be good. One thing that I find quite irritating though, it's that there is no countdown. Like, do I have to monitor on my own PC when it will start? That's sort of uncomfortable. I mean, I assume that this button will just automatically become not disabled, enabled when the contest starts, but it's still a bit unpleasant. I don't even remember if you have to like read the input and everything for yourself, or if it's like LeetCode implement the methods of some class. Speaking of LeetCode, I believe the writings have just updated, so that's another 23 points to our tally. It's been like 2603, now it's 2626, which I think will stay there for a while because it takes a lot of time to wake up in 5 in the morning, but maybe I will wake up several more times, and I will definitely try to attend bi-weekly contests, which we don't have this week, but we'll have the next week, reasonably enough. Yeah, legit. I don't know what to do like without the countdown. I have to monitor it all the time. Plus, my local time can actually be different by like several seconds from the server time. It usually is not the case, but hey, like, still uncomfortable. Oh, that would be definitely a feature request for HackerEarth, to have a timer counting down to your competitions. It sounds very natural. I mean, even Sealist has a timer counting down to HackerEarth competitions, but HackerEarth does not have one. Fair enough, Sealist is a great resource. Okay, so it should start any second now. Yep, here we go. Instruction, 6 programming problems, whatever. Yo, what? Honestly? Why do I have to do it during the contest? Let me in. Let me in. Source subsequences sounds harder than the first problem should be. We'll still open everything. Just a quick look. Task to find the longest subsequence such that XOR of any 2 elements of S in non-zero. Yo, what? But it's like longest subsequence of different elements. Dude. Okay, whatever. We have several test cases, we read them. we read length of the array, we read the array itself. C will denote this, S will denote the set of numbers we already seen. Actually, an index will be our answer for I, EI, and enumerate. Develop our all elements of A if AI not in scene, and we add it to scene. We say like, hey, index pend I, and we want to print length of index, and we want to print index. And yes, and we also want to print a new line. That's not the right console. Not in S. Sure. Equals new line. I assume I have to strip actually. Yeah, dude, what? Okay. Hello? Excuse me? Wait, but it copied like first time, now it does not want to copy. Okay, I'm irritated, but whatever. Red takes exactly one argument and 3 were given. 20,000 test cases. Okay, I completely forgot how do we write it. Apparently one indexed. Yeah, I don't understand how to copy that input. That's so annoying. Okay, 3, 1, 2, 4. Oh, we had it here. Whatever. Right. 3.8. What that's? Sample test passed, okay. Okay, result accepted, good. For some reason I actually solved it in the wrong file. That's B, I assume. Problem B, multiple of 3, you're given an integer n in your task is to make n a multiple of 3. In order to make n a multiple of 3, you can insert at most one digit. Fuck. Honestly, why do you need digit? Anything related to digits in programming? That's not what we do. Your task is to find minimum possible n, which is multiple of 3, after inserting at most one digit. Okay. And it's relatively short, so. up to position I assume. Because n is really small, we can just create a set. Oh, we can actually create bests, which will be like infinity. And then the new number will be like take first I digits. Then add e digit d and add remaining digits and take that number. It's actually always possible because we only care about sum of digits being divisible by 3. So it's always possible to insert at least something. And I assume that you can figure out it exactly, but hey, like n only has 10 digits and we only insert in 10 places, so at most 100 insertions per test case and not that many test cases, so still fine. Yeah, I click and I press Ctrl C, but it won't work. Like legit. Okay. Int object is not substrict. What? Oh, digits. Digits. Yeah, apparently we did not have to cast it though. Invalid for... I constantly forget that we have to strip that thing. 15 is correct answer, but hey, we don't submit such problems after one correct answer. Let's go. 112 sounds reasonable. 212. 3 is already divisible. 5, I don't know. Let's make it work. Oh, it's already divisible. So it's 1 because instead of printing 6, I print. Okay, I know. I think it's correct. It looks reasonable. Why did you... Okay. Compile and compile Python. Yeah, that's exactly the word. Okay, accepted. Actually, it took quite some time to... Oh, they don't submissions. We can monitor submissions. Yeah, as you can see, time is quite high, actually. So I believe that fast input was important there. At least it certainly looks like it is important. Okay, problem C, a sports festival There are n sports in college sports. First, there are two players A and B. Each of the n sports will be chosen by one of them, and points that A will get by playing sport I is xy, while that of B is yi. Okay. List. Yeah. What do we want to do? A and B are rivals and want their score to be maximized. I don't understand. Oh, so they can only choose one. Okay. By the way, a cool feature, you can't copy paste the statement and just Google it. Definitely something worth adding on LeetCode, because people, take the path of minimum resistance. Let's put it this way. And because we only want the sum, actually, if you think about it, is you are interested in difference. You don't think about how well you perform if you are rival with someone. You think how much better you perform than they do. So what will happen is A will take sports which give him maximum advantage. Or actually no, that's incorrect. A will take whichever sport is the most important. Okay, so no, I think so. First of all, we need to consider to group pairs. That's already done, and we want to enumerate them. That's also done. Then I believe what we want is we want to sort these guys, sort pairs, enumerated like this, based on how large is the absolute value of their difference. Starting from the largest value of absolute difference, and difference start at 0. If I is odd, then I believe it's the turn of the player B so I will say that the score gets decremented by I, yi. Wait, no, we only want the score of A, so that's irrelevant. Say A equals B equals 0, here B gets incremented by that value, here A gets incremented by that value. And then we want to print A, the value of A, I guess something like this. Generate expression, yeah, I admit. If we want to sort, then we want to enclose this in parentheses. 6. 6 is not the correct answer. Oh wait, no, I was wrong. We want to just sort by this, right? Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking about. If we just sort by x minus y. And I think that I is turn basically. No, wait, I don't understand. I don't understand. The difference in score is all that matters. Damn, I was solving the same problem before, and I also remember it had some strange sorting. Okay, but I don't remember which one it had. We have some score if we take this event. We have some score if we don't take this event. I assume no, but it just doesn't make sense. No, I don't understand. We have to sort by absolute value. That just doesn't make sense to do it differently. Like, because let's consider competition by competition, sport by sport. In the first case, we can get 1 point over 2. So it's like oh wait, do we wait, do we have to actually sort by their sum? No. Oh, so this score is actually just A minus B, right? Damn, it's so confusing that you have points and score and it's not the same thing. Damn, people, no, you can't just phrase it like that. So actually points are not what you want. You want to print score. Yeah, now I see this, but that's confusing. I know it's my fault, but it's also not great that you phrase everything like that. Okay, it's accepted on sample. Potentially we should actually test it on more values. I want to remove that space. No, like basically you get XY points for choosing the sport and you take YI points away from your opponent, and therefore the actual score of the choosing the sport is the sum of two. Yo, what? That's not good. No, that is not good. Let's think if we did anything wrong. No, but I don't understand. You get X, Y points, and you take Y, I points away from your opponent. The score of the move is X, Y plus Y, I. Oh, Y, how did I manage to do that fatal flaw? To not avoid it. Of course we want J. J in one, because J denotes the index of a move. And not I. I is the index in the array. I don't know. Let's just say 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 2. Now it's also 4, right? But if I change this to this, 1, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 2 results in 2, yeah. So that has to be J. Fortunately, I got wrong submission here unnecessarily, completely. Stupid of me. But hey, that happens. Yeah. Our submissions, I don't know, very slow, 24 minutes and I only solved 3 problems. It's like 8 minutes per problem, it's unacceptable. In problem D, given n items with price pi and value vi, we are required to choose a subset of items such that size of subset plus sum of values of all selected elements is at least n, and the sum of prices of all selected elements must be minimum. Okay. I have no idea how this works. What's the next problem? I mean, I don't have an immediate idea, which I should have in beginner competitions, so maybe I read the problem wrong. On a website, there are M users and they want to change their names. You will be given M lines consisting of 2 strings A and B, where username A wants to change his username to B, but the website does not support multiple users with the same username. That is, no 2 users can have the same username at the same time. User can change his username from the current name to any name if there is no username to X. Every change in the username costs 1 unit of money. Find the minimum cost to achieve these changes. Oh. Oh, that's smart. So basically you have a graph, right? But is it true that all input lines will be distinct in the sense that all A's are distinct? It's guaranteed that no 2 users have the same username initial and no 2 users will have the same one also. Okay, well, that's a graph problem. It's a graph problem. I will go with default dict of list because I don't know the size of the graph in advance. So UV will be map. No, it's just input strip splits, and then you say like, okay, if you not in index of your gets length of index, and the same goes for v, and you say like, okay, g of u append v, u of v append u. So we constructed a graph, and what do we do next? I believe that every chain costs us the length of elements, and then every cycle costs us length plus 1. So and there is nothing else, because we only can have cycles and non-cycles. What will be the next? You have to loop over every. Okay. I should get the length of G. No, the length of index, presumably. No, actually, if it's a map, then why do I care at all? It's just not DFS, but it's a follow a map. So I should increment cost by 1, and if used of g of v, no, v gets g of v. If it is used, cost gets incremented by 1, else DFS of v. And that's actually bad. We'll see why in the moment. So what we should do instead is we can do it like without all these things. First say that v is I. Then we say we visited that vertex, incremented the cost. And not used at v. While we have where to go, And we have not visited the current vertex, we say. No. While we have where to go, we say. Okay, and we have not visited the current vertex, and we mark it visited. We increment the cost. We then say we go to that vertex. And if this vertex is already visited, then we increment cost by 1 further, because we have a cycle, so we need temporary variable or whatever to store that sync. I don't understand. They say click and press Ctrl C. That doesn't work for me. I'll just download. No, why? Why did it add extension? I never asked for an extension. Okay, I think this is approximately what we should do. Excuse me, sir. Wait, you can have else if after. Yeah, no, you have to do it like that. Actually, my intention was to use input redirection. That's actually the same thing, right? 0 is incorrect answer. Oh, we have to say index of u and v, because u and v are strings here. Now the cost is 4. And the cost is 4 because we have one cycle of length 2 and one guy which does not care about cycles. He's a very nice guy. He doesn't want to change to anything available. And these guys we have to use temporary buffer, which is Amanda here, and therefore we pay 3 for that cycle and 1 for Ramesh, so whatever his name. Default dict, we don't need default dict, am I right? It appears to be correct, let's admit. Wrong answer. Wow, like a lot of times. Let's think what we may have done wrong. What we may have done wrong. I have index which just corresponds to whatever they provide us with. And we have our map, which is technically a graph. Say like, okay, we read the strings, strip them, split them. If current string is not in index, then we have to add it to index. Same for v. And we add the edge. So this user wants to change to this name. And we say, okay, initial cost is 0, we are interested in how many vertices there are overall. Like n. Oh, probably, you know what? No, but no. we loop over all vertices. If current vertex has not been used yet, we say, okay, we are going to find our cycle. We see if it has outgoing edges. If it has outgoing edges. And it has not been used yet. Let's say, okay, we use you because we have to change your name to something. And we add one to cost. And we also follow our pointer. And we say, okay, imagine that we stopped. Why we stopped? One case is when we don't have an outgoing edge. The other case is when we have used the vertex that we came to. In this case, we want to increment by one answer. Otherwise, technically we want to mark it true, but I don't think that it matters. But maybe it does. But honestly, I don't understand. Like, it changes nothing on the sample. Okay, let's have two examples of bigger size. So imagine that A wants to change his name to B, B to C, C to A, and D to E, E to D. The cost is 7 because we have 5 changes in 2 cycles. Okay, imagine that A wants to change his name to B, B to C, and D to E, E to F, F to G. The cost is 5 because we don't have cycles at all. Oh, if the user wants to change his name to A, then he does not need to do anything. Do we have that case considered? A to A, B to C, C to B, and D to E, E to F. The cost is 7, which it should not be. That's so stupid, I don't know, silly. Like, no, I admit that you have to read the statement, but that's our fault, but still. Yo, we got partial accepted for one. Okay, we're still getting wrong answer for some cases. What's wrong? Something is wrong, right? But like strange group of test cases. Let's read the statement again. M users, they want to change their names. You will be given M lines consisting of 2 strings A and B, where username A wants to change his username to B. Not support multiple users with the same name, no not user at the same time. Current name X, there is no username to X. Every change in username costs 1 unit of money. Fundamental. If user X wants to change his username from A to B, while user Y wants to change his username from neither, then can directly change his user. No, okay. If user X wants to change his username from A to A, so the user doesn't need to do anything. It's guaranteed that no 2 users can have the same username initial, and no 2 users will have the same name once all the changes are done. I don't understand. I don't understand. How is it going overall? We must be like lagging behind like lots. Yeah. I'll actually have that many points, but it's still terribly slow. Yo man, I don't know how you can code that fast. Okay, let's think. One thing I can imagine, no, the multiplying list by 0 is fine. Something is wrong, but what is it? Length of index. Index contains all strings, right? Great. And technically we don't need that else. Not that it should matter, but so. Okay, let's have several test cases. A can change his name to A, B can change to C, C can change to B, D can change to E, E can change to F. The cost is 5 because we have two guys, D and E changing to something. Then A wants to change to itself, so it's not counted. B and C is a cycle which costs 1 more than it should cost. I don't understand what's wrong. Cost is 9. A, B relevant, C, D, E is a cycle of length 3, so costs 4. F to G, G to H, it's 5 and 6. Wait, what? C, D, E costs 4, F, G, H costs 2, E, O costs 3. Oh, E, O costs 3. That makes sense. No, honestly, I don't understand. I don't understand what's wrong. The current vertex is used to the... Oh, because... Oh. How can I be that stupid? How can I be that stupid? Of course we don't want to loop that in range n. We wanted to do it in top order. How did I do that? How? Okay. Not in range, but in top order. Topo sort. Because graph node is one value, we can just append it like that, I think. Wait, but our sync can contain cycles. Do we care? I think we don't care. Wait, let's sync. Maybe we don't need that. We only want to count cycles, right? So what if we just loop in range n, then we think, like, if current vertex is not used, cost is initially n. Cost is initially n. Because every username will have to change list one. And we say like, if current user is not used, we start looping. We mark users as used. We don't care about that. So we say like, we go to the next node. Now we stop looping. Why we stop looping? Either this, reach to an end, which means that we can't be in a cycle possibly. If we came to user which doesn't want to change his username anyways. Or if we came to a cycle, then we want to do that. Okay, that was the version before. So what I imagine we should test is something like that when the queries are actually in like strange order. So the answer is 11, whatever that means. Now we look to this implementation. Fast forward, I should say. The answer is 12, right? So the answer is different, which is already good. Like if the answer was to stay, no, okay. Apparently I did something wrong. Oh, I think I also want to mark u of v as true. No. Wait, u of v is already true. I saw the time count in cycles like that, no? Oh, but no, because when I consider a pass, I come to a visited vertex and then I say like, okay, I failed. So I do need top of sort. We will ignore that. So we will, instead of graph node is just one value, so we can append it. That is strange, but let's ignore that for now. Yo, what? Let's just say that this works like this. Seriously? Okay, I really should have done it earlier. Excuse me? Oh, it loops or what? Infinite loop? It gets stuck in infinite loop? Oh, I forgot to delete found not, I think. Key error 6. I admit 11. Okay, the answer is 11. Can I please in my submissions, can I please access my old submission? Yes, okay, the answer has changed, which is good. Still, how? Why? Okay, maybe I want to sort in that order, no? I don't understand. Okay, new plan. We will wrap in range n, but we will keep track of current set. How about that? No, but okay. If it's not used, we mark it as used, we add it to set, to the current set. And we say if, but not we used, but we in current set. It means that we cycled. What is wrong with this? Probably. It doesn't make sense. Why? Are you sure that's beginner competition? Or am I just so stupid in the morning? Oh. We don't have to count endpoints, apparently. Yo, what is wrong with this code? How on earth is this 3? Okay. Initially, let's see. Initial cost is equal to number of vertices which have outgoing edge. But that is len of G. Okay. That is length of G. Test here shows that we found 2 cycles. Test here shows that we did not find any cycles. So let's grab this. Okay, whatever. Spending unnecessary too much time to get accepted, but still. I mean, could have been worse, right? At least we are not terrible in this competition, I think. Yeah, we'll solve the graph problem, so we should solve the force problem now. What is lottery about? RC car rooms such as arrows. It's a grid-based problem. Each row has, is there I forgot, yeah, there is effective time, but effective time is sum of all times, right? Okay, whatever. Post 1 coin. Wait, I don't exactly understand what's happening, so we can choose 1 coin in each column and 1 coin in each row. I see. Can't we use greedy? Can we use greedy actually? Just drop whatever coin is maximum in every row and column. I think we can't. Yeah, okay, I think it's more possible that we'll solve this one faster, because only 2 people solved this problem. Leaderboard has not updated yet, right? I have full accept solution, which takes a lot of time, by the way. Okay, cheapest items is that we have n items with prices and values. We want size of subset and values, sum of values, to be big, and price to be at least something, and price to be minimized. I don't actually know how this is supposed to work. Oh, values? Wait, values are from 0 to n? Well, that actually makes sense. Oh, and we have exactly n items. Next n, okay. Whatever you say. Value price. Oh my. We have constructed values and prices. I want price to be minimized. How do we do that? That is actually complicated. I don't understand how to do it. But obviously people are solving it in like no time at all. Is there some sort of grid that I don't see? Well, first of all, we can convert just to sum of values, right? By incrementing every value plus 1. Now we want sum of values to be at least n, and prices to be as small as possible. Most effective order is to choose to sort items. Okay, let's say that VP is actually the array of pairs. Want price over value to be minimized. Yes. But it doesn't mean that we just have to take first elements as long as we can do this, right? Oh, wait, we then can do just some DP, right? Right. Yeah, here comes one silent. Because we want minimum cost to get at least value. So we will process what is minimum cost to get exactly value. Although I believe that it should be 2n, if so. Value should be increased by 1. Now we loop over all entries of DP table. Starting at value, I believe, and then up to this body. We say that DP at I gets minimum of DP at I. DP at I minus value plus PI minus 1. Like this. And we just print DP. And we can go only up to 2n because all values of items are at most n. And even after we increment, they are at most n plus 1. And therefore, if you had like less than n and incremented by n plus 1, then you will get at most 2n, and that's exactly what we are talking about. Okay. From n plus 1 till the end, I assume. Yo, what? Oh, import mass. Sure. 13021511. Answer is 2. It's incorrect. It is incorrect. I'm doing way too many errors in this competition. Our DP is as such. It's true that we can get wait, how did that happen that we gained 2 here? Where does it come from? Okay, how about we print DP on every iteration? Actually, the last element changes this entry to 2 somehow. So it adds 2 and then because I'm taking multiple items. Because I'm taking multiple items. I mean one item multiple times. That's classical knapsack mistake. Should I include this? Yes, I think so. Okay, let's submit. See? Easy. I should have solved this. I should have spent more time solving this, I should say. Because it really was not that complicated. So lagging a bit behind, but they don't update anything, literally. Nothing at all. Like this, like the letter bar, the last submissions are like here, at 51 minutes, and now it's 1 hour and 14 minutes already. Okay, now it's all about the last problem, because obviously guys behind, they are just way too behind. It's a bit unpleasant that we don't see anything here. Should be R throw, X throw, right? Because they can have several coins in the same cell. I don't think that greedy quite works. We can try, of course, but okay, so we will try greedy because we need some points, and we need some points quickly because we did problems in the wrong order. In II style contest, you always get to scrap some points out of the problems. Okay. That's a generator expression, so no. RC whatever, let's go with X, Y, Z, I. What's wrong? Here we take tuple of that, that's acceptable. No, what's wrong? Oh, inserted, of course. If X I not in row used, also it's not clear, like how do you want to check it, take it? Yeah, it's not clear, so this solution is clearly wrong. But maybe we'll get some points from it. Else we will ignore it. That's wrong. It must be smarter, like a lot smarter. Okay. Oh, I should download that, really. Yo, what? Can't download? What? Expired? Okay, I'm going to refresh it just for you. Well, it works for samples, so hopefully it can get at least 1 point, like, huh? Please? Please? Hello? Does not look nothing like a correct solution. Yeah, we got 1 point from here. Well, at least it does not CLE, so... We're actually still in top 10 and we will be like a bit higher. Yeah, this guy's also implemented greedy apparently. Wait, so that looks like a WoW avatar. No, okay. The Japanese guys know how to solve it and I don't. That's embarrassing. We are not worse than some Japanese. We are as good as Japanese. How do you actually solve this problem? Like, I mean, that was simple greedy which didn't work. But how do you actually solve it? I'm not even on the map. That's so sad. Maybe it can't access my location. Lottery get some... Yo, what? That is a lot of accepted. Maybe it means like partial accepted? I think it includes partial accepted submissions. Still the question remains, how do we actually solve this problem? The problem with this solution is that you don't know which way you want to take. If you want to take row first, column first, whatever you want to call it, take it. It does not guarantee that it's correct. Okay, one more idea. If the coin is maximum in its row or column and is not maximum in its column or row respectively, then we should take it, right? I think we should take it then. No, I think that that's not what we want. Overall, we want that's as we want for sure. Wait, is it max? No, it's something. Wait, no. It's maximum bipartite matching. In bipartite graph, yes. Yes, that's maximum matching. That's obviously not what we want. I think there must be a special case when every vertex on one side has at most 2 edges. No, yeah, maximum. Cancel grid. That's maximum matching unweighted. There must be some algorithm when each degree is at most 2 of one side, because each coin can only go to 2 guys. And it's also weighted in the sense of vertices participating. Wait, I forgot. Maximum weight matching. Weighted graph is what? Yeah, I want to know if it's vertex weighted or... I think it's vertex weighted. Okay, there should be some way if every degree of one component is at most 2, there should be a way to use it better. It should have gained 1 point, but it doesn't matter. Who are these people? Okay, people are just too good for me. Chris Charge Grammar School. Okay, what's on? Yeah, well, actually with 5 competitions. Oh wait, that's our... Okay. I forgot Josh and Joshua is the same name. I forgot. Okay. So Josh knows more about these problems than I do. Why does these beginner competitions always make me feel so stupid? Okay. We have a graph. One component is rows and columns, and the other is coins. Every coin can be is connected to 2 different guys. Coins also have weights. Rows and columns can be connected to multiple guys. We may also want to say that every second edge goes to, well, every blue edge goes to column. I think it's a bad one. Okay, I have coins. Blue edges go to columns. Let's say the green edges go to rows. Oh, that's impossible. No, that is possible. That is possible. every coin has a weight. We want to select maximum weight matching with weights only of the second half present. How about the following algorithm? We process vertices in sorted order. We take maximum, guys. And we look at this, we say if we can't go there, then we go there. Look at this guy. Can go either way, so we go this way. Look at this body. I say like, okay, we have to go this way. And there's a problem. Like ideally, we would like to rob more. If we happen to choose this guy, then we say, okay, we go here and we win, right? But if we have this body, he can't go here, he can't go here, because both of them are already taken. But in reality, we can reroute them to use that, and it will be better. But the problem is that you can't run a DFS to determine if you can do this every time, because that's a little bit too expensive. We potentially have to reroute a lot of chains. Will it solve this small problem though? I mean, there are partial points. They don't tell you what the points are assigned for, but it's worth trying. Kun, I believe, is something like that. Kun. Kun. Okay. How do you do that? Is it true that R and C are at most 10? Okay, it's true. Oh, you can't use, okay, right hand sides, because I want names to be of the same length. Okay, LHS at xi gets I for i's body. LHS at yi plus n gets I. Also -1, I think. Plus n to distinguish rows and columns. We only need to store matching of the right half. I actually need indices like you want. Okay. First we have to take x, y, z, then we have to take z. It will work for NRC up to 1000, and my hope is that they give more points for 1000 than for 0 for n equals than for samples. DFS of I think so. Say no, actually DFS of I. DFS of I will change matching. It will try to work as follows. DFS I returns true if we can find an increasing chain. Can find an increasing chain. Cool. Cool. If not used at I think I need all this information. No, it's an index, right? It's an index of a coin. I can access all information through XYZs at index 0 is raw. I equals 0, because we went to raw, we want to return true. Also, if not used, XYZ set I 1 minus 1 plus n, match at I equals 1, want to return true. Else, no, that's confusing. That is confusing. I forgot how to write coon. It is so common. I don't even. No, I think we can imagine just how common it is to forget how to write stuff. when you're a competitive programmer and just use everything from our library, and then you come to Python, because why not? And you don't have your library, because you didn't think about it in advance, because it's a beginner competition and you did not expect it to contain hard problems. Barrel is standing in top 10, but people are solving this. Also getting to lots of penalty because of the wrong corner. Could have said actually how many. I was solving E for 35 minutes and then I solved D in 15 minutes. So the difference is 20 minutes, so it could have been one position higher on the leaderboard. Not that it's relevant. Bro. So how many pages do we have in total? Oh, you mean like a lot of pages? How about page 90? Oh, a lot of people... Well, that's page number 21. 1,000 people registered. 21. Okay, it's still a lot of time to solve the problem, and I don't know what to do. I think I need to take a break, not to make recording really boring. So I'll be right back. In the meantime, I actually solved this problem. I solved problem F, but not because I'm smart or anything, but because it's a simpler version of Codeforce's problem. I was just googling like maximum weight BPRT. I was googling like maximum weighted matching in special BPRT graphs or something like Codeforces. Yeah, we can see that I already Googled this exact query, and I got this posed by game. And it says that it's similar to this problem. I click on it and I see that it's similar. It is similar. Like here we have princesses and princess. So like every princess has a choice between two princes, and the rest of the problem is basically the same, but there is no like difference between princes. There is no classification into rows and columns. There are just princes. It's like bit more general, I guess, but not really, because like our idea was also to reduce everything to BPRT graph and then don't care about whether it's a prince or a row or column. And I just saw the talks about DSU, graphs, and greedy, and I thought, okay, like DSU, how can we use DSU here, disjoint set union? And it turns out that that's pretty similar to how you use DSU normally. The only thing you have to do is store maximum element in each component. Like you will create this joint set union of vertices of the left half, that it's rows and columns, and then you just store maximum value. Store it because it tells you if you can change it to something else. And then when considering a value, you will know if you can change it. And that's basically it. Yeah, like you will have to swap several things, etc. When you merge components into one, but that's like not really relevant. The rest is the same. You process coins in sorted order, decreasing order of their value. Then you just merge and you keep track of your profit in your DSU. Perhaps the only thing that I can. I actually have readable names this time because it was pretty hard to understand anything without readable names, so yeah. It's pretty similar to your usual DSU template. The differences are that you have to keep track of maximum in connected components and keep track of profits. Obviously, you will update profits whenever you see a new vertex. It was not like whenever you get into component which has nothing in it. So that's it. And the thing is here, it's implicit if we choose row or column, and therefore it's different from the original slash. That's actually pretty complicated. Like if I didn't see the tags, then I would not have solved this. But like, you know, actually I think it's fair. Like, because this is about grids, right? You have to understand that it's irrelevant whether your vertex is row or column. So you have to find reduction to bipartite graph. And then you also have to find the problem or solve the problem if you can't find one. The rank list has not updated yet, but we can see in submissions that it got accepted. And I also had to switch to C++ because I believe that this is terribly slow in Python, because you can have like up to 200,000 guys which you want to sort, and I did not feel like it's going to pass. Like, it passed comfortably, but hey, maximum test takes more than tenths of a second. It's tough for Python. So I think it's fair to reuse problems like this, because you have to find the reduction, and then most probably people did not solve that contest, which is, I don't know when it happened. Actually, I wanted to check if any of my friends participated in. I think so. Yes, so actually, but hey, like, you can see that grandmasters not always can solve this problem. And obviously it's a consequence of not being able to see the tags. Like, if you see DSU, then you think like, well, how can I use DSU here? And you think, oh, I have to keep track of maximum component, and that's it. Here we go. Easy. So yeah, something like that. But it was a long time ago. If you look at the announcements, it was 4 years ago. So the probability of anyone finding this problem is really low. That is just the way it is. It's really low. I don't think that many people will find it or understand the solution or be able to adapt the solution. Even if you got like status, submissions, whatever, select somebody's submission which passes this problem, you have to understand what to do with your problem. For example, row, column, and coin value are inputted in different order in this problem. They are like coin value, row, column. That's just like not likely that somebody will solve it, I think, because of this coincidence. It appears that we will finish fourth, which is really unfortunate, because I believe there were monetary prizes for top 3, and we finished 4th. That's so embarrassing. Yeah, like third prize gets $25 and we get nothing because we finished 4th. Whatever. I don't think that they have. Yeah, they have us solving these problems already have bigger potential than that guy. So fair play. I was outsmarted by a significant margin, I must say. I bet that Joshua is having troubles with Python on that problem. So yeah. Let me clean things up a bit. CPP should remain. Template pi is actually a pi. Yep. So overall, this is pretty obvious. You have to know that XOR of two values is 0 on if and only if they are equal, but that's kind of easy to derive. Even if you don't know, here you just brute force all possible options. Here you have to sort carefully. Here you needed dynamic programming. Here was a graph problem, which is like count all cycles. You can argue that it's permutation problem and not the graph problem. Because what's really happening is that you count cycles in the permutation, which is not really a permutation. It's not really a permutation, but yep. Something really similar. And here, I don't know, that's just a hard problem. If you just started with CPU, it's probably not worth wondering how it works. At some point you will come across disjoint set union as a data structure. You can actually watch my video on it. I believe I have a video on it. Code Forces training session, where I go over problems from some training gym of SPSU. And if you're not just starting, but you already have some experience, then I believe you will be able to figure out the details on your own. Like, use your disjoint set union and keep track of maximum value in every component, and you're good. That's it. So that's it for me for today. Thanks everybody for watching. If you enjoyed this kind of content and you want to see more, then you can subscribe to our channel. You can join our Discord server, hang out with us, ask your questions about competitive programming and programming in general, and it is just fun to be part of this community. The only thing I will want to wait for is to see myself on the leaderboard. Apparently it will take some time to refresh. So accuracy for this problem is insane, which is probably because they count partial submissions as accepted. And it's pretty hard to get a wrong answer given that you get 1 point for passing sample. I still can't comprehend this. Like, you get 1 point for passing sample. It's so nice of them. I can't imagine. Imagine on Code Forces, like, you get 1 point if you pass sample. You can hard code it, you can do whatever you want, you just get 1 point. And you're like, that's just so funny. It's so different from all the CP world that I can't comprehend it. But I guess that's really good for people who are just starting with CP. Because, you know, code forces is harsh. When you come to code forces and you solve like 2 problems on your first contest and then both failed system tests, it's very unpleasant. Not that it happened to me, it actually happened to me not in my first contest, but at some point. I only solved 2 problems and then both failed system tests. Actually, pre-tests have improved significantly since then. I only remember like 2 times or 3 times, 3 times and only 1 time in a rated contest when my my solution failed system tests throughout the entirety of 2021, which is really low. Like, back in the day, it was like every second contest something failed system tests. Or maybe I was just very bad. And this is why I was failing system tests, but still. You can actually see that this contest is very nice for beginners. Like, let's forget about this, right? Everything else is simple. One observation here, implementation here, sorting here, DP, permutations, count cycles and permutation. Honestly, like, you should be able to get first 2 problems no matter what. You are likely to get 3rd problem after some consideration if you know how sortings work. Yeah, so I would say that if you're just starting with programming, it's your first week, and it's very likely that you will solve P0 and then won't solve P1 because it requires some manipulation with strings, which you probably are not familiar when you just started programming. On like your 2nd week, you should get comfortable with strings and stuff. In your first months, you should get comfortable with sorting. In your first 2 months, you should be comfortable with DP. I don't know, maybe in 3 months, you can definitely be able to solve simple permutation problems. And then there is nothing else to it. Like, if you practice CP for 3 months, you should be able to get first 5 questions. And basically, with first 5 questions, you get into first page. We won't say top 10 because it technically also depends on speed. But yeah, whatever. Okay, yeah, we finished force. It's not over yet. For example, if you look at Joshua's speed throughout the first 5 problems, it's insane. Like, he's twice faster than I am. He's also twice faster than I am on Q6. But then he gets some strange problems here. Yeah, you see, with Python he's getting time limit exceeded, so I don't know what is it with C++. Maybe he didn't use long integers, I don't know. Anyways, that's it for me for today. Thanks for watching, and this time, goodbye. Yo, stop.